So I'm going to go over clarification pauses and what that looks like, and what a tutor should be thinking about as they allow their tutees to finish sentences, finish problems, and take time to reflect. Alright, Jill, so for this problem, we're going to be solving for a line, and are you able to explain to me the next step on how we would find M and what that looks like?
Sure. I would approach finding M by taking one point, so like maybe the point at the origin, and then taking another point along the line, so say at 2, 3, and then you could do rise over run. So
Okay.
The rise would be 3 minus 2 over run being 1 minus 0, which would be, no, that's backwards, isn't it?
I think you're on the right track. And at that point, would we want to put it back into M?
Yes.
Alrighty, now after I wrote this line pertaining to this y equals mx plus b, are you understanding why our points are right here?
So how would you solve for the slope?
Okay, well let's break it down into more steps.
So when I use clarification pauses, I like to, when I'm going through a bunch of material, I like to kind of sit there, let them reflect for a minute. So I'll go through a lot of stuff, and then I'll sit there for a second, let them digest it, and then ask a question and see if they can respond to it.
One thing that I like to utilize when I was a tutor and suggest to tutors when I'm observing is to ask the question very specifically, what about this doesn't make any sense still? Now that might be, checking for understanding, but at the same time allowing your tutors to take a minute and pause and clarify their understanding in their work. So even asking a 2D in particular, but if you do utilize that strategy, I would suggest making sure you utilize that in every session and quite often, so it doesn't seem like you're pointing out Joe Doe once a month on a topic that clearly that 2D in particular is having troubles with.